It is not a requirement.
Okay. Rona, I think you've still got some further questions.
Just briefly, if I could briefly return to the no-deal scenario, which is a distinct possibility. I think we know that, but this would obviously have financial implications for Scotland. I'm thinking in terms of border security and extra policing, etc. What funding would be made available to Scotland in the event of a no-deal scenario?
In terms of the arrangements that currently exist in relation to EU funding as a specific, I mean, what the government has guaranteed is that areas of EU funding that were previously committed would continue. Obviously, in areas that we would be considering contingencies, there is an ongoing dialogue with the Scottish Government, the UK Government. I mean, obviously, the UK Government is responsible for the border force as it exists in terms of in terms of people entering and leaving the United Kingdom. I mean, obviously, if the Scottish Government felt that it had to make other arrangements in relation to any aspect of no deal, I mean, that would be a matter that they would have to consider themselves.
That's despite the fact that Scotland didn't vote to leave Europe, we would have to bear the cost of possible repercussions of it if there was no deal.
Well, I don't think it would probably be the best use of our time to go back through all the arguments about why it was a UK-wide.
We would not receive. You virtually just said we wouldn't receive any extra funding if we had to put other arrangements in place. Well,
we would have to. It would have to be clear what those, what those arrangements are. Under what that there are certain arrangements whereby the UK does support funding. It does support funding police or counter-terrorist activities in Scotland. But I mean, I'm not aware at this moment of a specific identified issue by the Scottish Government in relation to an area of policing that they would require additional funding if we left the EU on the basis of no deal.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.